Hi there, Release Fire here. So I'm going to walk you through the Ice Vellumental boss fight here in Paper Mario, the Origami King. Obviously, you know that fire is going to be the key. However, not all fire works as well as the real fire that you're supposed to use, as you'll see here. But hopefully the video helps you out. If it does, drop me a like below. But you can see the Polar Bear Ice Vellumental starts out encased in ice, and what you need to do is to be able to travel up, switch on the pad, and then you need to get to one of the fire vellumental pads along the way. So relatively easy moves to make, but I decided to make things a little bit more complicated because I was trying to get the chest in place, but as it turns out I didn't need it because it didn't give me anything good enough to be worth the effort. Instead, just focus on getting straight up to the fire vellumental, and that'll let you melt through the ice really quickly. And then on your next go, you'll be able to aim for one of the 1000-fold arm pads to be able to do some big damage on it. Now, for some reason, it's actually really easy to get in these moves. They're not tricky, you pretty much just go straight up. The moves are really easy on the rings and the sliders to be able to get them in, but I think it's just to lull you into a false sense of security for when it unleashes its new moves, which allow it to block your path and block certain areas with a big old chunk of ice, which you can see here. So now what I'm trying to do is move things around to allow me to get into a half decent position without hitting any of the ice. So I'm going to go right at 8, and then I'm going to go up straight to this vellumental pad and melt it. Now, if you're having trouble cracking any of the ice in the way, if you just slide it up and down past the middle or the bottom, then it will crush the ice, and then when you bring it back to the place that you want it to be at, the ice won't be there. If you reset that move, however, it will return to an ice block. So you've got to play a move on any ice block that you want to get rid of. So there you can see I've managed to melt through the ice again, so I'll be free to be able to attack it with the 1000-fold arms pad. But it can get you with some big moves at this stage, like the bear claw, so try to block it and reduce the amount of HP that you lose. But once you get in another hit with the 1000-fold arms pad, it goes into its final phase, and this is where it is actually most difficult because it gives you an ice maze to follow. So as it starts the round, it shows you the route that you need to take, and then it spins it all around and makes it really difficult for you to remember how to change things around. I found that the best trick that I had for being able to make it through this was to take a picture of the screen with my phone, and then I can refer back to that. If you press the minus button, it pauses the game as you're doing these rounds. So you should be able to pause the game after you've taken a picture, and then you can look at what you're actually aiming for and then try to change things around. But the moves that I took was to move the third ring around so that I had an arrow that would take me to the right, and that would bring me over to 5, which would take me up. So then I needed to move the central ring over 1, so that then I had a left arrow at 5 that would take me to the left, and then just move this one across to give me the down arrow taking me to the 1000-fold arms pad, and that was enough to finish it off. And that is how to beat the Ice Vellumental boss here in Paper Mario, the Origami King. Like I said earlier, hopefully the video helps you out. If it does, drop me a like below. You can also subscribe to the channel with the links on the left, and check out the rest of my guide and walkthrough series for Paper Mario, the Origami King, with the links on the right hand side. Leave any comments, let me know how you get on against the polar bear boss, and I'll catch you next time.